today we are going to make this bag. Okay, so if you're interested, stay tuned. Okay, so to the end for you to see how I'm going to go about this. Okay, yeah, today we are going to make that. So right here I have the main bead that we're going to use, and here is my pearl bead. This is I think it's 10 mm. So yeah, so this is what we are going to use for today. And the chain, of course, we're going to use to create our handbag. Right here is my fishing line. Okay, we call it fishing line, strong fishing line. This is the number is 0.80 mm. Okay, and so here is my scissors. We are going to, if you can control it, because sometimes this thread is annoying. So if you can't control it, so you just have to get shorter inches so that you can see. So yeah, so now we are going to begin. Okay, first of all, we're going to begin with the bigger bit. Okay, the bigger one is the foundation. Let me put it this way. We are going to lay the foundation of it. So now we have separated it into two, let's say. Okay, so you're going to take 2 beads from this side and pass it through this other bead, the fishing line. Okay, and you're going to do the same thing from the other right hand side, like that. You pass it through like that. Okay, so now you're going to take the bigger beads and you're going to use it to crisscross. Okay, so you see, you're going to crisscross it like so. Right, so like that. So this is what we made. Okay, so I'm going to continue with this same. Start from the small. The bigger one is always the first foundation. Okay, so once you have laid a foundation, the second step you're going to start from is the smaller bead. Okay, you're going to pick 2 of this bead. All right, you pick 2 from the other side of your right hand side or your left hand side, whichever way you pick first, and then you pick the second 2 again, pass it on. Okay, and then you take the bigger one, you use it and crisscross. So we are going to build this line to have at least 8 in a row. This bigger one, we need to have 8 in a row. Okay, so we have 3, remaining 5. So we continue this way. You pick up your 2 smaller bead, you pass it on the right side. Okay, and then you pick your right hand side, you pick 2 of the smaller beads, you pass it on like so. Okay, and then you are going to take the bigger one like so, and then you're going to crisscross like that. Okay, we're going to repeat the same step until we have our until I have my 8 the bigger beads, 8 in a row. Okay, please pay attention. So some of you may want to know where I got my beads. I got this bead at Use Market. If you are living here in Abuja, okay, if you are living here in Abuja, go to the Use Market or Otako Market. Those 2 places I'm sure of. Go to Otako Market, ask somebody that you want to buy a bead where they are selling a bead. Okay, or you go to Use Market. Those 2 places, so they will direct you. Once you get there, you will ask anybody There are so many people selling beads there, so once if you ask, they are going to lead you to the place. Okay, you will get your beads there. And when I got this, a roll, a pack of it was 5,000 when I got this. I'm talking about this one. It was 5,000. So I don't know about now, because it's been long I got it. So this is like about a year and it's going to 2 years now. Okay, so let's see how many we got here. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Okay, now we are the second to the last row. So what we're going to do, as usual, you pick up your 2 of this. Okay, pick up 2 of the smaller one. All right, okay, pick up the bigger one. All right, you pick up the smaller one from here, from the right hand side. Okay, you pass it through. Okay, you see. So once you have done facing in the beads, okay, now we need to make a notch, because this is the last 8 row we need 8. Okay, you can do lesser than this. Well, I prefer 8, so even if I'm going to put anything inside, I should have some room to put whatever thing I want to put inside. Okay, so did you see what I'm doing? You're going to tie it like so. Going to tie it like so, and you're going to tie it twice again, okay, to make it strong. Okay, make it firm. See, you can see. So right here, my thread is not long enough, so okay, a long way. Okay, so now when you want to start the second row, you're going to pass your thread like so. Okay, and you pass it to the second line. All right, so from here, okay, I fix the thread from here. Okay, pass it through the second bead. Okay, so now so on this thread right here, this thread, we're going to take out the bigger bead. Okay, take out the bigger beads, and then you're going to take out 2 smaller beads. All right, take out the 2 smaller beads, and then you get the bigger beads again. Use the bigger beads, the left hand side of the thread. You're going to use it to crisscross this to form a second row. Okay, see, we have formed our second row. Okay, do you see that? So all right, so on this thread, okay, we're going to repeat the same thing that we did at the first row. Okay, the first line rather, like so. We pass it through here. Okay, this thread. Okay, pass it through here. Okay, right, and get the bigger thread, the bigger beads. So while I was recording, the background noise was too much, so I have to stop talking to continue with voiceover. Okay, from my right hand thread, I picked 2 smaller beads. Okay, like you see me doing, the 2 smaller beads from the right hand and the 1 bigger bead from that same right hand. From my left hand thread, I use it to crisscross from the bigger beads. All right, we're going to repeat the same step. There is nothing different, it's still the same process. Okay, I have to cut some part off because I make some mistakes, so yeah, so but it's still the same thing. Okay, and I've already passed through the second bead like we normally do from the left hand side, and then the two smaller bead from the right hand side and one bigger bead from still the right hand side. So I'm going to use my left hand thread to crisscross from the bigger bead. Okay, just like you see me doing, like so, right? So now we are getting to the last bead. That is this is the 7th, so we need to get to the 8th. So for you to get to the 8th now, what you're going to do, once you have passed your thread through those two beads, okay, from the left hand side, this time around you're taking your left hand thread. Okay, you take your bigger bead, the bigger one, right? Then from your right hand thread, you're going to pick two of the smaller beads from your right hand thread. This time around, you are not going to crisscross. Okay, you are going to tie it to make a knot, just like you see me doing. Like you see that. So you're not crisscrossing this time around. You just have to tie it strong so that we can start another line. Okay, you're going to tie it strong to secure the thread like you see me doing. Make sure you tie it very well. Just tie it like twice is okay, but make sure you tie it very well. Okay, so if your thread is not enough at this point, you can continue with another thread, but I think I have enough thread here. My thread is long enough, so we are going to continue. So that is why it's advisable to cut a longer thread when you're working. Okay, so you will not start joining while you're on at it. Okay, so I'm making sure that the thread is strong enough so that I can continue. So now I'm picking one of the thread now. Okay, you see the second bit. Okay, from that second bit you're going to pass your thread to come out from the second bit. Okay, always the second bit. Okay, and make sure it's properly tied. Okay, so now we have divided it. Now we have the left hand thread and the right hand thread. Okay, so from my right hand thread I pick the bigger one, okay, with the two smaller beads, and then with the one bigger bead like we normally do, and then crisscrossing it to the right hand side, the left hand thread and the right hand thread. I'm using it to crisscross like so. All right, I hope you're understanding this. Okay, so from my left hand thread, okay, I'm going to pass the thread through the two beads like we always do. Pass the thread through the two beads. All right, so once you have done, secure it like so. I'm going to take from my right hand thread, I'm going to, as usual, I'm going to pick out my two smaller beads like so. Okay, from my right hand thread, pick out two smaller beads. I'm going to pass it through the right hand thread. Okay, and then one bigger thread from the same right hand thread, and then I'm using my left hand thread to crisscross it like so. Now we are building up our third row. Okay, I'm going to cut this so we won't have an unnecessary long video, which is still the same process we're doing. So I cut it off so that I will not make it too long for you to get bored. Okay, so that same process we have been doing. Take out my left hand thread, pass it through these two beads. Okay, I'm going to repeat the same step till I get to the end of my bead. Okay, get the end of the fourth row. Okay, So I don't want this video to unnecessarily get long. Okay, I'm still considering you. I don't want it to get bored. All right, so I'm going to fast forward. I'm fast forwarding this part already. Okay, it's fast forwarded. But if you still want to be sure or what I'm doing, or you still feel like you're confused at this point, you can play back to the normal speed. Okay, you can play it back to the normal speed. And when you're working, if your thread is not allowing you, is getting out of your way, you can use a heavy object and place it there to hold the thread put, so you work freely, just like you see me doing. See, I've been moving my fishing line one side to the other just to hold the thread down, right? So I'm getting to the last, second to the last of the fourth row, right? So I'm picking up my 2 beads, the smaller one as usual, through the right hand thread, and the bigger one through the right hand thread, and I'm going to crisscross it like so. All right, so I'm going to crisscross it so we can move ahead. All right, so this is the 7th of the bigger beads we have fished so far. So I'm taking my left hand thread, okay, I'm trying to get it through that 2 bead that we normally do. Okay, so you get the thread through there, and make sure you take your time while you're working on this part, because it's difficult to work with this fishing line. Is not straight. Okay, so as you're losing it up from the roll, it's going to remain like that. So when you're going to work on, you need to pay attention and you need to take your time. Okay, so I have succeeded to fix it. So now I'm passing through the thread through that 2 beads as usual. All right, so I properly secure it. So now from my right hand thread as usual, okay, I'm going to pick out my 2 smaller beads. All right, my 2 smaller beads, and I'm going to pick my 1 bigger bead. Okay, I'm going to pick my 1 bigger bead like we normally do. Pick out the 1 bigger bead like so, and then you're going to use the left hand thread, okay, to crisscross it. Normally we're supposed to tie it from that point, from the right hand side, but this time around you're not going to tie it at that side. It's going to be in the middle of, like you see me doing. So I have to zoom it so that you see what I'm doing properly. Okay, so you see where I'm tying the last row now. Okay, I'm going to tie it there, because that is where I'm going to use it to close down the last, to close down the side of the bead. Okay, the side of the back rather. So I'm tying it this much to secure it, so it will not lose up after a while. Okay, so our bag has taken shape. So you see that line there. Okay, you see that particular line, and that is where we end our thread. Okay, from this particular line, not there, this particular line, you're going to fold in you can fold it in for you to see what you're doing proper. Okay, so you see that 1 bead, you're going to use that 1 bead to close down that part like so. So you're going to take out your pick from any side you pick up is fine. Okay, so you pass it through the that second to the last, the bigger beads. Okay, you're going to pass it through there like you see me doing, like so, right? And then you take out the other beads, your other threads. Okay, and then you're going to pass it through the other side like you see me doing, just like so. And this side is completely done. So you're going to make sure you drag it up to secure that part like so, right? This side is completely done, like you see. So that is the side of your bag. So now, there is no other thread from the other side. So now we need to cut. I need to cut. Yeah, we need to cut. Need to cut the other thread. I'm not going to cut this thread off, okay? We will make use of this the other thread later. So now for me to form another thread so I can fix the other side, all right, I cut out another extra thread. So I'm trying to secure it from that part. You see, you can decide to just start it from the middle of that, just pass the thread through the bead and then cross it one way, or you can do this part I'm doing, like just to secure it first, secure the thread first before you move ahead. That is what I'm doing. Okay, I'm securing my thread first. So see where the thread came out from, all right? So I'm going to pick the thread. Okay, I'm still securing it here. All right. So I hope you learned something. I hope you understand my explanation. I hope you are enjoying this video. Please, if you do, give this video a big thumbs up. And if you're new to my channel, you're welcome. And if you're a returning subscriber, you're also welcome. Thank you for coming back again, okay? And if you're new to my channel and if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe and turn on your post notification, okay? So now I have succeeded to secure it. So I'm still going to repeat that same step that I did on the other side, okay? There is nothing different. It's still the same process, okay? If you don't understand, you can go back again and rewatch the video for you to understand, okay? So I have succeeded to fix the channel where I can be able to fix my chain on, okay? So now we are almost getting to the end of this video, okay? So please pay attention on the chain, okay? Like you see what I did, I passed the thread through the handle of the chain, okay? And then I pick out one of the smaller beads and then I crisscross it to each other like so. I hope you understand. I crisscross it like that and properly secure it, okay? Make sure you secure it. So I'm going to walk through the thread. I'm going to walk the thread through any space where you feel like your thread can go through. Okay, this time around it doesn't have any specific place. It's just walk through there. It's optional where you decide to pass your thread to, okay? Or just make sure it's well tight and secure. Alright? So while I was working on this chain, is a chain that I've already bought, and I forgot to get the handle that was supposed to hold to the bag, okay? So I just have to manage this. It's something that I'm not going to use often, so it's personal, so I will know how I'm going to handle it. But if you're doing it for a customer, make sure you get a chain that has handle that you can use the handle to do what we just did now, okay? So don't cut the chain direct and fix it like what I did, because as time goes on, if you carry the heavy object in this bag, the handle may fall off, okay? Yeah. So what I'm trying to do here, I'm trying to secure it proper before I can move ahead to the other handle. So Yeah, that is it. I hope you're understanding what I'm doing here, and I hope you learned something new. If you do, please let me know on the comment section if you're finding anything difficult on this video. Let me know. All right, I will be glad to reply you and give you the necessary answer that you need. Okay, so yeah, so it's taking it's so long because you need to take your time. Okay, so there is something I want to say. Okay, in this channel I've never really done a proper introduction. I haven't done a proper introduction, so pardon me. Okay, so I think it's something I need to do one of these days. Okay, so right here I'm taking my measurement. Actually, for me it's okay, but I know for you, the viewer, you want to know how many inches of chain you need to use at this point. You can use mine here is 15 inches. My chain, the length of my chain is 15 inches. Okay, so just like I did on the other side, I pass the thread through the chain handle, and then I use one of the smaller beads to crisscross to the other side of the thread, and now I'm going to secure it just the same way I did on the other side of the handle, right? So yeah, that is it for this video. Okay, we're coming to the end of this video. Once again, I want to say a big thank you if you watched to this part. Okay, I want to say a very big thank you, and please, if you haven't subscribed, do subscribe and turn on your post notification to get notified each time I will be posting another video and another tutorial like this. Okay, so on this channel there will be a lot of stuff I will be bringing in. It's not only about sewing. Okay, sewing, like what I mean by sewing, like not only clothes. I also make a bag, like a frameless chair, call it beanbag chair. Okay, and also a normal handbag. I have put some few of my normal handbag when I made. Okay, so the tutorial is there, it's down below. Okay, so yeah, my cute bag is ready. Do you see that? How cute it is. Something like this you can make to give out as a gift for a bridal for a bride, and maybe your friend as a birthday gift, stuff like that. All right, look at it, it's so cute, So yeah, thank you so much for watching. I will be seeing you on my another tutorial. Okay, and have a nice day. Please do take care of yourself. All right.